Yeah, it's pretty much a lot of work putting these together. Obviously,
Yeah.
you get to a point where you form a team and or
Mm-hmm.
you outsource a lot of this stuff. But it's I probably was up to like maybe I don't know 2 in the morning and then got up at 7 in the morning and it's just and
Just
then
you're getting tired.
yeah, and then with the designers, depending if it's somebody like Kenneth in the Philippines
Mm-hmm.
or or somebody else in the West Coast, so I try to be up while they're up and working on the designs and going back and forth, and stuff like that. But
Yeah, that's why like if you're gonna do like I always found if I did them at like I started doing batching, so I'd spend like a day and launch just meant like maybe 5 or 10 campaigns and just batch it and just set aside, that day to just launch my campaigns. Like when I first started, I was doing probably twice a week. I would do like Monday and Friday, and I would try to get like 10 campaigns launched each day. That way I wasn't spending every day, 2, 3 hours trying to, you know, launch the campaigns and get them all set up. So,
yeah, 'cause you can overthink. I think I overthink things, and then so I spend a lot of time just like running different scenarios, and you
right.
know, I know I got to get to a point where I just keep it simple. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just,
You want
you
to
know,
share your screen and show me what you got going on? I would say for me, like and for most people, it's kind of like this speed factor. You want to launch as many as you can because, obviously you got to play the numbers game and figure out the faster you can find the winners, the faster you're going to be able to scale up, right?
yeah,
So a lot of
yeah,
people make a mistake. Like I did the same thing when I first started. I'd launch one campaign and watch it for a week, and it might sell two or three, and then I would kill it. And then I would, a week would go by and I would launch another one, or I would launch two. So the first couple months I was just kind of playing with it, and then at the point where I got laid off, I was like, I need to really make this like some serious like focus and treat it more like my life depended on it. And that's why I started doing like 10, 20, 30 campaigns a week, whatever, you can afford as far as designs and ads and time.
yeah,
But then everything any profits I got, I just rolled them right back into ads. So I know the feeling, but again, it's, I think a lot of people who start out launching just a few campaigns get discouraged because it's taken them longer to find the winning campaigns, if that makes sense.
yeah. It does, and and you're right. They get discouraged, and I mean, I just see some real. I mean, for all the work that goes behind it, and now
Hmm.
I get to a point where I get offended if somebody puts like some stupid clip art. It's like you really get offended. You're like, hey, wait a minute. You're just like you're shaming this type of industry, man. Uh,
Right. Oh, you mean from other
yeah, other
Teespringers?
other Teespringers. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, it is. Like I'll post occasionally. I'll post them on my wall, like a wall of shame, where it's just like the funny parts
yeah,
is
I saw.
the ones where they have like yeah, it's like a screenshot of a picture and they put that on a shirt, or
Yeah,
yeah, like you said, they put the clip art on the shirt.
yeah, unreal. But this is what I got going. You can see my screen
Yeah, let me switch. I'm gonna make yours.
because I think I did entire screen share entire screen. Um, Let me see. Can you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so these are the ones that I just launched. Well, I'll start with this one. This one I just had designed last night. A lot of these I just kept on going back and forth. This one here, I just launched it about a couple of hours ago.
Okay, I
And
like that one actually.
yeah, and this one actually it has one sale already, and that's just from organic. I mean, I just posted it up.
Okay,
So it's already getting feedback from.
from just the page that you have built up.
Yeah, yeah. So let me pull up that
That's
page.
definitely. I mean, anytime you get a sale right off the bat from just the page, that's usually a good sign.
Yeah, so
And you haven't set up any ads for that yet?
no, no, I've got them saved. Because I just want to redo. I just want to redo all the audience, insights and
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I got it down packed.
Right.
But yeah, this one already it went up I think about an hour ago. Yeah, it went an hour ago, so it's got about 42 likes, 17 shares. And I think a lot of that obviously comes because this one I'm pretty much very engaged. Get the people engaged, and
Right.
every single post that I put every day, you
You're getting a
know,
lot of engagement.
get a lot of engagement, a good reach, on these tons of shares. So I think that's probably helping me out. So what I did today, different, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but I every day I'll post something, and I posted the shirt like back to back right after a post, so I don't know if that had something to do with it, but I'll take it. So
Yeah. Are you familiar? Are you real familiar with the niche?
you know, actually no, because I mean I'm starting to be, I
Yeah, obviously.
just basically had to just like Google it, and top 10 this, and just many different things, and different scenarios, and what bowlers hate, and so for like right now, I mean, I've got about 1100, almost about 1200 likes, and majority of that, probably 75, 80% of that is all like organic likes.
Okay.
So then, what's interesting is that the reach on a lot of these posts, 2,500, 2,900. So it must be from the shares that I'm reaching more people than the likes that I have, But so that one, the the other bowling one. Let me go back to T. Let's go. So that one I just launched. So I feel pretty good about that one. Um, yeah,
I would definitely. I mean, you have other bowling shirts that you wanted to
yeah.
test. I mean, is there a reason you didn't run the ads? Because I would.
This.
I ran those shirts. I'm looking at your Dachshund ones.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's my shirt. You stole it.
Are you serious?
I have a Dachshund page and I did run that shirt.
No
It's
way.
awesome. Yeah,
Hey,
it's
you know
fine.
how I got the picture? Uh,
No.
I had it was a lady, my wife going through, my wife was showing me, she helps me out, different
Uh-huh.
things. So she has somebody that's like on beach body,
Okay.
and so he goes, "Hey, look at this shirt, that this lady's wearing, it says, admit it, you want to, hold my wiener." And I'm like,
That's
"What?"
hilarious.
Yeah, so I kind of like took the screenshot of that person wearing the shirt. I was like, well, let me check if somebody on Teespring is running something like that. So I was kind of using different keywords on Teespring to see, and I was like, okay, but yeah, that's how that one came out to be. So,
No, we can. You know what? I mean, I can even, if you want to run it, I can give you the interest that I used.
oh, cool. Um, this is the one bowling one that I launched just a few days ago, but I didn't get any. Let me probably go to my ads. I think after like $15, not even one sale, or
Right.
yeah. So I just like all right. So
Are you running ads to the Dachshund one?
yeah, this one
All right.
right here.
Let me, I'm gonna pull up mine and I'll send you my interest, and if you want to split test them, that might be good.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
And hopefully, yeah, I'm looking at here. Hold my wiener, Teespring. Admit
Oh,
it. You want to hold my wiener. That was the same shirt. Let me. All right. Yeah, because I was getting really good cost per engagement on it. Let me.
cool.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you on Facebook
Okay, thank you.
Messenger. So these are the interests that I was using. You can compare them to the ones you have.
All right, thanks.
You
Appreciate
know,
that.
did you say you had any sales on that yet or no?
No, I just started it yesterday.
Okay.
Here's the one. Here's that one. It's running kind of slow because I started with $5, so it just
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Can I see the interest that you're targeting currently?
yeah
Sometimes I'm impatient though. I'll crank it up 10, $20 if I just want to test it in, one day and just kind of see.
yeah rather than going through.
Toxins. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot more rescues and stuff you'd be able to target. I see you got about 280,000. Um, I would create another ad set and use the interest that I sent you
Okay.
and test it. Maybe keep them both at $5
Okay.
and just see which one performs better.
All right.
And let me see, can I see, scroll down and see your shirt in the
Yeah.
actual post? Yeah, that's the same. That's funny. I would possibly. I found that using shorter copy works really well for me, especially when see how, I mean, it looks like you have multiple lines before. I don't know if it's just
Well,
the way it's been
you
doing
know
or
what I did was because I didn't like how it was resizing for hoodies. You know,
right.
like oh well, that's my one question. How do you know when to lead with a t-shirt, when to lead with a hoodie? I know you can put both, but then sometimes it'll resize it for you. And I don't like the resize the way it looks resized on the other shirt. Like if like if I size it for the t-shirt and
Mm-hmm.
I use the hoodie, then it'll resize it for the hoodie, and then when it comes to the t-shirt, I just don't like how I just didn't like how it looked smaller.
Right. I know. Honestly, I don't look at it most of the time to see what it looks like. Otherwise, I think I would just go crazy because it's trying to find a way to fit it to be perfect on every shirt style. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Um, I've been
So,
running mostly hoodies now just because it's wintertime.
uh-huh.
And that's, what I'll usually start with the hoodie, and if they want, give them the option to buy the tee.
Okay.
Um, it's just, yeah, I mean, it just depends, really. But you can also, if you have a campaign that's successful, whether or not you start with a hoodie or a t-shirt, you can always create another page post and set up another ad to, let's say you started with the hoodie, you can do a page post to the t-shirt.
Okay.
So you can do multiple, like, ads and posts to the different style shirts if you want.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I just because of winter time, it's hoodies have been selling really well and the profits more.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I kind of freaked out for a bit because that, you know, the um the cost like per click or the average cost per engagement was like
Mhm.
first like high like 16, and then so now it's dwindling, it's going down, but I figured just because maybe it's just like it's it's I have the low ad spend or at $5, but so but I'll definitely, yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm gonna split test it with the info you got me.
Let me send you what I post in my because it's in my training. I don't know if you've gone through it, but the let me send you my ad copy for my page post.
Okay.
I mean, it's extremely simple. Sometimes people, I don't know where I've seen this a lot, where it's they have like the links in there twice, and I used to post in like not available in stores and all that, but I've been kind of modeling a friend of mine who's does a ridiculous amount, and
Oh wow.
it's just
It's cool.
simple, like a two line. Let me see. Here we go. I'm gonna send it right also to your Facebook
All right,
if you
thanks.
want to pull it up. So basically, let me just sorry. Right. So basically, did I put that in twice? Somehow I copied it twice. Sorry. It should only be in there once. But if you look at your Facebook message, it's basically I take the niche. So
Okay.
I would say new dachshund shirt. Tag someone you know who should wear this. Order here. And literally, most cases, it's going to be 2 lines at the most on the
Okay.
ad. So like you want it to be no more than 3 lines max, because if it's too long and they have to, Facebook's going to show that read more
Uh-huh.
button, and when they click on that read more to see what the rest of the post says, they're charging you for a post engagement. And then
Ah.
when they click on your link or your picture, you're going to get charged. Each time they click, it's going to be a charge to you. So um, if they can read the full ad without them having to click to read more, your cost per engagement should go down.
Okay.
So if you can keep it 2 lines, 3 lines at max, then I think your cost per engagement should go down some.
Okay. Cool. Um, so that's on that one, and then
Yeah,
we just
and you can't edit it unfortunately while the ads are running. I think you have to stop them or pause them and then edit the post, or just do
yeah.
it for future ones.
Okay, cool. Let's see here. And then so we went over the bowling, the Dotson one. Now the beer one, it,
Yeah, I mean, I wish we can look at it. Did you kill it already? It looks like.
yeah, I did. Well,
Okay.
I killed the ads. I ran 2 ads because, like, for example, this particular ad, you know, because there's like good fan pages,
Mm-hmm.
that have a lot of engagement for beer lovers, right? But it doesn't, obviously, as we all know, that it doesn't, when doing the audience intersect insights, it's not always going to pick up on those, until maybe a later date, when you put the name of the fan page on, on the interest,
Right.
so I used, I'll use, like, for stuff like that, I'll use like Social Lead Freak
Okay.
to scrape the emails, of, like, very highly engaged fan page
Okay. Are you
that,
saying you're doing custom audiences still?
yeah, custom audiences.
Yeah, I would be careful of that because they'll if they find out you get in trouble for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're really cracking down on the scraping of IDs. I mean, it's against their terms of service, so I don't recommend it at all because I don't want my Facebook account did get shut down, but I'm not even sure why. It wasn't scraping IDs, but I don't even want to take that chance.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Um,
that's
it's really not necessary if you're doing your targeting right, honestly.
uh, yeah, I think yeah, you're right, and that's why I'm like, I get kind of scared doing it.
Right. So that's a good indicator that you probably shouldn't be.
Yeah, the only bright side of it is that, get a higher click through rate, and but but
When
definitely
you
not worth.
have you're familiar with Audience Insights, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna send you. I just finished yesterday. I did about a half hour training on, just different ways of targeting and research and stuff like that using Audience Insights and the keywords I had sent you or had you write down last week.
Yep. The
Um,
magazine newsletters and stuff.
yeah, all that. So I think that would be a good thing for you to go through as far as really spending some time and learning, like focusing on your targeting, because it seems like your designs are good. I mean, I'm looking at them, and it's really the two biggest things it's going to come down to is design and targeting. So
Yeah.
I would say try the targeting I gave you with the Dachshund shirt, because that shirt looks almost similar to the one I was running, very similar. That I mean, I sold a decent amount of them. So there's no reason why, with the same targeting, you couldn't sell the same shirt. The bowling shirt that you sold one with no ads. I would go ahead and probably I would start running ads to that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Here and then I I'm about to run ads. I launched this one here as well. um,
Okay.
pharmacist. So I may be a pharmacist, but even I can't fix stupid. So I see there's quite a bit of like fan pages, like cynical pharmacist, and so there's a lot of I see that there's a good amount of audience who are pharmacists, and obviously they kind of vent on the fan pages of of what they hate customers do when they so I figured well, let me give this a try. This is one of the niches that I wanted to think outside the box, or I don't know if
Right.
it's outside the box. I don't know, maybe there are a lot of people who do niches on pharmacists, but this is one that I'll be doing the ads today for.
I did see one that I wanted to run, and maybe you can run with it. It was slinging pills to pay the bills. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny. It was getting
That's
somebody
hilarious.
posted it on a different shirt I was running, and sometimes when you look at through comments of people posting, you'll get shirt ideas. So um, I would, if I'm gonna do when I do job professions like this, I like to do two ad sets to start. So one I'll do to job title, look for anyone who has their job title as, pharmacist.
Okay.
And then I would do a second ad set or ad to different interests that I could find. So I would go into audience insights, start researching, yeah, like what you have here.
Feel like this particular one that I saved as for the pharmacist, this is the interest that I got
Is
there.
this just one of your scraped audiences?
No, 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 no,
Oh
no,
no.
no. This one is
Oh, okay. You're going through audience insights and then saving it.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you doing it? Are you doing that when you were saying, oh, you're social lead freak? You were doing something else with, right? You were
Social
actually scraping IDs with that.
emails.
Emails, yeah. I guess they don't allow user IDs anymore, do they?
No, but but like right here where it says hashes and UIDs,
Mm-hmm.
those are the ones where I'll scrape. I was scraping like this one has like 549, the size, whether it's people or emails or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So the only thing I did notice, the reason the number one reason I used it is because some of those fan pages, when you put the name on the interest, it doesn't come up, right? So,
Yeah.
and if it's very engaging, then I'll scrape the emails,
Then
and
you get
I,
tempted to
yeah,
break the
right.
rules.
Yeah, so it has a high click through rate and stuff. But yeah, you're right. It's not even worth it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who do that, but I mean, they're more like churning and burning their Facebook accounts. This is the same thing with the name campaigns. People were real successful with them, but Facebook started cracking down with the terms of service as far as you're not supposed to explicitly call out, age, gender. Um, I'm not sure. I think religion, sexual orientation, pretty much anything that you would not be able to discriminate against. You're not supposed to be like calling people out on like by name. So
Yeah.
they crack down on that, and I mean people still do it, but
Yeah.
their accounts get shut down, then they got to start over a new
What
account.
about what about like shows? Because I had this other one, The Walking Dead. Um,
You're stalking all my niches.
oh really?
I yeah, as long as you don't use anything trademarked, it's fine. You can kind of hint that it's, on your Facebook ad, you can say Walking Dead and talk about The Walking Dead, but on Teespring, you just want to, you can't say, well, I would be,
Oh shoot. Well, I think on the title, I think I put like this is the Daryl Dixon.
yep, I like that. I love this show.
Yeah, and so it's not all his his phrases or expressions
Uh-huh.
there, right? So but I think what I did was the name of the I put Walking Dead expressions is
Right. Yeah, and that may be, I mean, I've had campaigns where because I have my VAs setting up the campaigns and stuff now, and they use the trademark name, and I did get away with it, but I was worried about it being shut down
Yeah,
because
sure.
I try not to mention whatever's trademarked in the title, the URL, or the description, just to be safe.
Uh-huh. Well, I can duplicate it since I haven't.
Yeah, you could duplicate and just change it and then run the ads to it. One other thing I would consider was maybe that might look better on the back of a shirt.
On the back of the shirt. All right.
Yeah, I mean, some of these bigger designs, like especially like, I mean, that's one of the things my coach was telling me when you're, especially like for men and stuff, like, uh, you know, the back designs seem to sell really well.
And you know what? Some of these got like these cuss words. Like little ass kicker
Yeah,
there. So I know that's something I would have to kind of like blur, right, for Facebook.
yeah, because you could be running ads and then all of a sudden, if they notice it or someone reports it, you might have to start over.
So do they actually probably maybe have somebody physically looking at these,
They
or
might. I think they may. I mean, well, Facebook, I don't know. Facebook,
unless they have something that scans these?
yeah, I think they have something that scans the images because that's what happened to me. A lot of my campaigns were getting shut down for the 20% text,
Yeah.
but it's because you're putting text on the shirt. They're not supposed to be counting the text on the shirt. So I think I was running so many shirts and so many ads were getting disapproved that eventually my account got shut down, even though when I appealed it, obviously they changed they reapproved my ads, but just kind of was a mark against my account. So I think a lot of it's automated.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah. So so that one. So let's see. So launched one, two, three. It hopefully should be good. So I just got to run the ads on these. I cut
Yeah.
off the ads on so far on. I've got one, yeah, one, two, three, four, and I cut off
What's
ads
the
on.
difference with the two shirts you got? The two Dachshund
Oh, because
shirts, are they the same?
one was a hoodie and
Oh, okay.
one was the tee.
Yeah,
So,
I would say you would only need one campaign, and then uh, if you want to run ads to, you can get the URL. So if you got the URL to the T-shirt or the hoodie,
uh-huh.
you can run your ad to the so that when they click on a link, it takes them right to that option.
Yeah, I think.
Versus having two campaigns, one for the T-shirt, one for the. So if you just go to the drop down
Well,
and then select the different. Oh, you don't even have the option, do you?
oh wait a minute. Oh wait, that's not. That's the.
Oh, it's the wrong shirt.
Um,
Yeah, so you run the hoodie as the front main one. So let's say you wanted to run a separate ad to the shirt, then you would just scroll down to where you have the different options.
yeah.
Which, yeah, it doesn't look like you added it.
Yeah, no, like in this case, I didn't add more to them. Yeah, I did a mistake and I just, you know,
Uh,
duplicate.
I see where you put it. You linked to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just easier to manage if you have it all in one.
yeah,
I
and
like running hoodies right now just because they're so profitable and people are buying them, especially in this time of year. Once springtime comes around, I'll go back to running t-shirts
all right.
mostly.
So, what about the campaign amount of days? I mean, 7, 10, 14. Like
I'm
what's the last one?
typically 10 to 14 now.
14?
I used to do shorter ones like 5 to 7 when I was first starting, but now because I'm doing a lot more campaigns and I want to be able to test, so I'll set the budgets low at like $5, $10 a day.
Oh,
Especially
okay.
if I'm launching a lot of shirts, let them run for a day or so and see which ones get sales, and then those I'll start scaling. And I want that extra time to allow me to have the ads run to be able to get the data and to kind of dig into to find out like what demographics are the ones that are buying and engaging. And it gives me time for scaling and setting up my retargeting ads and all that stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, what I've that I mean I took them out for 10 days.
10 days is, yeah, 10 to 14 days is good.
Okay, cool.
Plus, if I'm running a lot, like I have my designer and my VA running shirts, and if I don't get around to setting up ads right away,
Hmm.
if it's a 14-day campaign, I can still, if I get around to it 2 days later, I still have, 12 days of the campaign to run. And if you need to, you can email Teespring and ask them to extend it by 2 days.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Now, as far as targeting, like target ease, I just want to make the most of my time, and I know there's a couple of tools like the target ease, which I believe you said you were familiar with.
Yeah, I have two. I think Targeties and I forget what the other one was.
There's one that I was looking at. I mean, Target East is like right now, like it's 147, and then there's another one called Architect Intersect or something like Intersect.
Audience Intersect?
Yeah, wait,
Yeah, that's the
no,
plugin, yeah.
no, it's called Audience Architect. Jesus, I just had it. Um,
I think I know what you're talking about. There's a audience.
I was just,
Yeah, I think I have. I might have that one too.
and it looked, I mean, it looked pretty good. It was cheaper,
Yeah, one was cheaper. I mean, they're both decent. I just found that I was still doing a lot of it manually anyway. You know?
Oh, here it goes. And so it's Intersect Architect, and this one, but I think
Yeah.
this one came out like in just like the beginning of just a few days ago, like maybe a week ago or so. And I don't know. I think it just basically does. I'm not gonna run the video, but it just basically does similar to I think what Target Ease does, but I think this one pulls it out of like Wikipedia. Um, I think it's similar. I guess cost wise, $67 versus
Yeah, I
what?
mean, there's one that did like similar to the keywords I sent you, and it would look on like Amazon and Wikipedia, and I mean, they're both good. I think you still, and they do allow you to. I think some of them allow you to copy and paste and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I just find that I'd rather be more in control and manually, look at the stuff, especially when I use Audience Insights.
Yeah, and I guess sometimes I just kind of kill myself in wondering, am I missing something? Am I missing something? That's why I was considering for a moment, you know, um, you know, a tool, that maybe I'm not thinking, I'm not looking under every, rock, or I'm not, so I guess I'm just looking for something to help me with the interest. You
Right.
Um,
I don't think the tool's gonna find. It may, but I mean, I would say watch the before you do anything. Watch the video I sent. I'll
okay.
send you with the. Let me send it to you now, because I think that would help. Because I mean, honestly, there's different ways for uh, like finding different interests and stuff.
Well,
And then I'll send you. Yeah, I'm trying to finish all the training modules for the more advanced training.
yeah, I was watching the one with the scaling. I'm actually like going backwards on it. I should start with the first module, you know,
Yeah.
but I'm
Well,
going.
I mean, I go through my process as far as where I go for picking shirts and things like that, and I think your designs are good. I just think maybe you probably are overthinking it a little bit much.
Yeah.
Just most of my ads I start with it's going to be if you go through my the two videos here with my targeting, I do my ABC test, which is like my keyword, and I'll go through the alphabet to see what other suggestions Facebook comes up. And then if I want to go even deeper, I start taking that information and plugging it into Audience Insights and seeing what they come back and seeing which interests I can target.
Yeah.
And then a third level would be taking that keyword list and going to Google and finding other, things outside that you can target.
Okay. Yeah, because what about how much, like, as far as the design, the font, you know, I don't know, like, okay, real quickly, like for example, here is somebody who is selling shirts on Teespring, who's
hmm
also doing the bowlers thing, and it's very simple, and the guy is getting, pretty good sales on something that to me, like that right there. Tonight's goal: get drunk, don't end up in the gutter. To me, I'm like, I wouldn't wear that shirt, because it's just too plain for me. You know?
Yeah.
But then that's where I think I'm just like trying to get too
What's
fat.
if you click on it? What's the so he has a bowling store.
Yeah, the storefront. But look at 43 sold.
Yeah, I mean it's not huge. It's decent. I mean, and then on the flip side, you don't really know what he spent to get that either.
Yeah.
Um, I think a lot of it's just I would just take that and know that I can go into that same niche and also sell 40 or 50 shirts. Or honestly, my mindset would be I'm either going to come up with a better design or I'm going to target better than you and I'm going to sell more shirts. That's my,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So you should have confidence in your ability to come up with a design and target that you could do the same or better.
Yeah, like I thought of this one after the Patriots, the whole balls being deflated,
Yeah.
right? And this one crossed my mind as soon as, like that same day of the game. I'm like, and then I brushed it off. Okay, I brought like, yeah, I'm like, really, who's gonna, And then I started seeing the deflated cakes, deflated cookies. People are selling. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then so this guy comes out with the my balls are not deflated, and he goes Game Busters on
Yeah.
it. I'm like, I was
How
like,
many did that sell?
well, let's see here. This
And that's
one,
just more or less confidence and just saying like, don't overthink it, just keep launching it. Yeah, like right there, 116.
yeah.
Because you showed me this last time, right?
Uh,
Or maybe you had something similar.
yeah, yeah, something similar. So, so this kind of this like gets me a little like upset. Not in a bad way, but I'm like, okay, I gotta, step up my game somehow, and just keep it simple, you know.
You have, based on, I mean, the designs you're showing me are good. Your thought process is good. I think you need to get into more of a launch phase. And if it's a thing of time,
Uh,
then you're going to have to set aside a day or 2 days a week where you can just, gather all your ideas, all your shirts, and launch. Work on getting 5 to 10 active campaigns going a week. I would be shooting for 10 campaigns a week if
all
you
right.
could do that.
Yeah, I mean, I got no excuse for it. I mean, you
Because
know, I,
honest, I mean, I would, it's going to take a little bit of time, but when I was doing 10 a week when I first started, I was actually still doing some of the designs myself. I mean, I'm not a designer, but I have some experience with Photoshop, so I would be making changes to 10 shirts and making all the files and uploading them. But if you were to just focus and set up 10, I mean, 10 a week, I mean, that's five. You
yeah,
said set aside 2 days where you do five. I mean, that shouldn't take you more than a couple hours. And that gives you the rest of the week to monitor your ads.
yeah, yeah. That's all definitely like. I mean, like you push me on the doing the five. So like the last 4 days, I'm like, okay, five niches. I need to at least five campaigns, and
Where's your five? So what are your five other niches? Because I do want to see what you came up
well,
with.
well, one obviously was
Dachshunds.
the Dawsons, yeah, uh,
Okay.
the TV series,
And the
uh,
pharmacist.
and the Pharmacist S3,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have the well, I kind of cheated, so I'm already running the bowling and the beer.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, to me, I was like, okay, that's five.
That's you already had bowling.
Yeah. No. So,
And what about so my other thing would be finding like the evergreen shirts like so the pharmacist one that you showed me could be used for other job
yeah,
titles, right?
yep,
Like
and
my
also the
when I have shirts like that, I would do 5 or 10 different job titles and test them and see which ones
and I think the bowling one that I just launched and it's sold at one on organic traffic. I don't need therapy. I just need to
go bowling.
go bowling. Yeah,
Exactly, that's another one that you can run into other niches. So
yeah,
you're gonna have to set up ads for that bowling shirt since you sold one already,
yeah. That's what I'm gonna
and
do.
then create another ad for the dachshund one with the interest I gave you,
Okay,
and then I guess you'll want to test the Walking Dead one, and
okay,
let them run for a couple days, and then when we meet up later this week,
all right,
we could take a look at them. I'm actually gonna be traveling. I'm heading to South Carolina next week, so Friday and Saturday I'll be traveling. I should have internet access though next week, so if we try to meet up, we could do something maybe Thursday.
okay. Yeah, Thursday would be good. I should have a
Or possibly, I don't know what your schedule's like, maybe Friday morning before I leave. Um,
yeah, whichever one.
but yeah, let's shoot for Thursday.
Okay,
That'll give you time to get your ads going and let them run for a couple days.
okay,
And just let me know how, like, when they start getting some traffic or whatever, just shoot me a message. Let me know how they're going.
all right, we'll do.
And then, you have any questions before we
No, no, that was
finish
it.
off for today?
No, that was all. That pretty much we
Because
went.
I'll send you the link as soon as this is done processing.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
I'm all set. All right, got my work cut out.
Yeah, great. Well, no, definitely, you got some good potential ones, so just need to run with them now.
Okay, sounds good, bud.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Patrick. All
See ya.
right, bye bye.